So today we went to the Anatomy of Death Museum in Mt Clemens, Michigan. It was really awesome. Sam and Jeff had went there previously, and she's like, you gotta check this place out. It's just amazing.
I was curious to see how Gary and Aaron would act because they're a little bit more in touch with that kind of stuff.
It's very surprising because when you get in the parking lot, it looks like an old rundown Pizza Hut.
So pulling up to it is a little bit underwhelming. The building is small. It doesn't look like it would hold as much as it does have inside of it.
There's like a hearse in the background and like a van in the front that carries bodies and stuff. So you kind of know something's creepy going on in there, but you don't really get the overwhelming feeling until you actually walk into the building.
You walk in first and you see the shop, and then you see this ecstatic owner who's just like welcoming you with open arms. Like it's a warm hug as soon as you walk in.
Walking in there, Todd is awesome, always. Every time I've met him, he's always been super cool, like super informative. He's got his own little spiel that he does. Like you just can tell that he likes doing what he does.
He's very knowledgeable about the subject, and he told us that what's in the museum is a small fraction of what he actually has. Like, his collection is huge.
So when you walk in, they have this really cool shop, and you can buy mummified bats, you can buy all kinds of really cool stuff. Vertebrae earrings, badass.
Real bones.
That's right up your alley. What do you guys think of these skin lamps?
Then he led us into the museum, which was behind some body bags.
Oh, and they are scratch and sniff, just like you guys.
Oh yeah, some fresh ones. Some fresh ones in here.
As soon as you open the body bag and you walk into the room, it just hits you with this overwhelming heavy feeling.
And immediately you're just overwhelmed because there's so much stuff in there.
And it almost made me dizzy at first because it was just like so much darkness, I guess, at once, but I didn't feel bad about it. It was just very heavy feeling.
The first thing I noticed was the smell. And I'm not saying it's like a bad smell. If you've been to a funeral, you know the smell. It smells like a funeral home. It's a very sweet, off-putting smell that you can't compare to anything else.
The museum it's small, but it's so stuffed full of cool stuff that it's really, really difficult to focus on one thing because you have so many other things that you just want to take a look at.
So just walking around, so much cool stuff there. I mean, I couldn't even see it all. There was just so much stuff. Like you just need hours to play with this stuff.
There are human skeletons and skeletal remains everywhere.
He gives you a little pamphlet when you walk in. It's like 1 through 50 of items you could check out. And honestly, there's just so much more stuff to look at. I mean, there's cases and cases of formaldehyde and embalming fluid stuff. I don't know, just all kinds of crazy stuff. So that was really cool.
My all-time favorite walking in there is the Oddfellows skeletons that he found. The one in the back, I believe, was found underneath of a stage in one of the old Oddfellows temples that shut down. They were cleaning it out and they just unearthed this whole entire skeleton underneath the stage. I don't know if it was donated to him or if he bought it.
If you don't know anything about the Oddfellows, look it up because it's a really interesting sect.
There are skulls that were ornated and ornamented by Buddhists to be drank out of and eaten out of, and just looking at it, I would have honestly thought it was like some sort of ceramic piece, but it's an actual human skull in there.
What I really found interesting, and I didn't know this, but when children would die back in the day, they would cut their braids off and keep them. So that was really creepy, and I kind of liked it. But there was one set of 3 sisters that had died in a car crash, and all 3 of their braids are there.
Another really cool aspect that I found was the old Aztec war skulls that they had that were made from human skeletons of their enemies. They would fight. They'd carry them into battle on sticks. So cool.
Seeing all these different skulls and full bodies from different cultures is really cool to see.
They have like autopsy footage playing on the TV in the background, so you can actually see them doing like an autopsy, body preparation.
And the other really cool thing was he got a $70,000 horse-drawn hearse carriage from 1884. Looks like something out of like Dracula movie.
It's morbid in a way, and it also kind of puts you in a state of mind where you're like kind of facing your own mortality just by being in this room. You start thinking about, this is where I'll be, this is the state I'll be in one day, these are the things my body's gonna go through after I die. I would definitely go there again and plan on going there again.
So if you're into that kind of stuff, it's a really cool place to go check out.
Overall, 10 out of 10 experience, and we can't wait to go back.
So while I was there, as I was walking around the shop, I kept noticing that my arm was burning a bit. Now I'm wearing an overshirt and a coat on top of it.
Gary's getting affected here. He was like coughing up a lung in there.
Once we got in the car, I decided to pull my arm out of the sleeve, which was difficult to even get my arm out of the sleeve because I'm wearing basically two coats. And I noticed the scratch, which is still present.
Holy shit, dude, why is that?
Says your arm was burning.
I don't know when it happened. I didn't brush against anything in there because we're not even allowed to touch anything. So we were very careful not to touch anything, but something did scratch me.
How you feeling?
Like death.
You want us to leave you here? No, take me away.
No, it's just really,
Yeah.
it's been really hard to breathe in there. Like, my airway felt constricted the whole time. Still kind of does, and I come out and I taste death.
After that, we went over to Jack Kevorkian's, and it was a little bit of a search, but we were able to find him and locate where his grave was.
We traversed a lot of the cemetery trying to find this grave. We dug like probably 50 graves of ice trying to find this. And then Sam, with her shit kickers there, she's like, Jack! I found you! We got him! And here he is. He was hiding in the ice.
And able to, you know, kind of get a little EVP session with him. We haven't gone over it yet, but as soon as we know, you'll know.
Sacrificed himself for everyone's rights.